football and business. Summer doesn't. I'm doing what's best for me.
I couldn't focus. Shout out to Kerry Neal at Win Performance out in Chicago. Kerry was my trainer since I was about 16 to about 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much just left the nest. I started training my own, but it was just because of the fact of like I amassed so much knowledge from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like so much. It's a point where I could go out and do it on my own. Right. And honestly, I feel like that should be the degree of every athlete. You should amass enough knowledge from your trainer. Like, I mean, like for, years and years and years, not just show up here, train for a little bit, come back. It was consistent. Like every off season I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm driving, and the dedication part of that too about nowadays. We're going to talk about that maybe next episode. But hell, I was driving hour and a half, 2 hours to get there and learn as much as I can, work as hard as I can, drive 2 hours back. And that was like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And it was just the fact of like, it was just, I wanted to learn and he wanted to teach.
Yeah. Like that was the big one for me too. When I really started taking this thing, like seriously, I was probably like 16 where I was like, oh, okay, this is my job now.
No, facts.
Like other things will have to get to the wayside. Yeah. I know where I want to go.
Yeah.
And I've been around pros since my freshman year for sure. We started with Giz.
Yeah.
And then from there on,
that's crazy.
I've been around pros, and that's what it is. It's studying. It's this is what it is.
Yeah.
And you start taking those cues. And then when I got to PMU with KP, it was okay. You're really good at communicating.
Yeah.
And you really want to do this and infuse the next generation.
Yeah.
I don't leave this place.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you're here enough. Do you want to work here? Like you can have an internship. It's like, yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. And that started it. And then it was, okay, well, why? Right. Why would we? Okay. And not in like it's just a learning.
No,
I just want to learn as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Like, I'd still be training with them.
Yeah.
If I could 100%, but it's just the want and the knowledge that's readily accessible out there.
Yeah.
You just have to want to find it.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, it's just sifting through all the gimmick.
Yeah.
I want to get paid quick.
A lot of that out there.
Oh,
there's a lot of that out there.
Oh, there's a ridiculous amount.
A lot of trainers out there who they just there for the dollar. Like, and I was like, I'm not knocking no one else's game, but I know the real from the fake. And I'm like, if you're going to, put yourself in position to help others, you should make sure that you're giving them the correct knowledge, not just a one-time gig or I throw a camp here and there. Like, I believe that you need to put your best foot forward when it comes to leading the next generation.
Yeah. Like, I remember my senior year, so I blew my ACL my fourth year, went back my fifth, and we ended up having this thing called like a seniors dinner where they bring in food and they'd have like all the seniors at the head of the table. We'd all make a little speech or something. And mine, like going into university, blue chip recruit. And of course, like you always go in thinking, well, at the time, York wasn't the best, but I'm a builder. Like I like to go into programs and building. So when I'm like, we're gonna be nice when I get there. Like don't worry about it. Didn't pan out the way I wanted to. Blow my ACL my third year, miss my fourth year, come back my fifth, play 6 of 8. Not the same as I was, but got there kind of at the end. And I remember throughout that whole process, just the kid that took my spot, I'm like, no, we want to look inside hip bowl button. I'm coaching you.
Right.
That kid ended up taking my spot my fifth year, and I had no problems with it.
Yeah.
And then in my
that's the game.
100%. And then at the end, I remember I had that little speech, and I was like, I thought originally my legacy was going to be all Canadian, go pro, all that, like all the glitz and the glam stuff. But at the end of the day, my legacy is the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
That's the legacy. When these kids talk about you and what they learned, how they learned, blah, blah, do they still reconnect with you?
Absolutely.
Like, stuff like that. Like I'm about to go to lunch tomorrow with one of my coaches. And anytime his name gets brought up by anybody he's coached, it's he's the man, love him. He taught me so much, not just about football, but life and all that stuff. Shout out to Len Mora. And that's what I want to get to.
No, yeah.
Where it's like, he taught me what he needed, but good humans. That's what I'm trying to put out into the world. Well, I'll get you stronger, I'll get you faster. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to put out good humans into this world.
Absolutely.
Stand up citizens.
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to.
I had a guy like that too. When I was playing the AAF, we were teammates, and then also in the XFL, we were teammates. Shout out to Steve Johnson. He was a real pro, a real vet. Like, I didn't say much. I had a little chip on my shoulder, but like the way that he led and carried himself, I paid attention to.
Yeah.
Like, I watched how he addressed an entire defense. Watched how he addressed the entire locker room. And also for him, he played linebacker with me. We were hand to hand, and he gave me so much free game. He did not have to do that. Like, really appreciate that, brother. And it made me want to be that much better of a pro. Like, it was something that like kind of sparked or just kind of clicked for me, where it's like, okay, like going from one step to the next, there are things that you don't understand, especially going from college to pro level. And it was just like, he would break it down in a way where it just made sense for me, where I didn't have to go ask my coach. I had to go ask someone who could look at you in a different light, where it's like, oh, well, does he really know what's going on? And he never not answered my question. He never not like gave me a side eye. And, we were competing. Like, at one point, I was actually, crazy story. So we were in AAF. I started out like, I was like the 6th string mic, bro. I was looking around. I was like, in my head, though, I'm like, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm going to be here. He going to be here. Steve. A few more guys going to be here. I just kind of had it already picked out of my head where it was. And lo and behold, the 1st string guy, he ended up getting sick. He had like the flu and shit. It was crazy. Oh, yeah, but it was my guy, my dog, Scooby. Love you, dog. Always love you, bro. Scoob got sick. And pretty much they kind of helped me to bump up. We had a few guys get injured in camp, and I ended up making the team for the AAF. We were the Arizona Hotshots. I'll never forget, the GM came up to me. He was like, "Hey, I really want to tell you congratulations, because we didn't have you pegged to make the team. You was just a can body, straight up." I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, I was like,
to appreciate the honesty.
I was like, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate that." Yeah. But from there though, I was actually behind Steve. I was behind Steve Johnson. He was our starting Will. They moved to Will. And pretty much played special teams. So like the 3rd game where I'm on punt and I'm with Steve. And so my buddy Greer from Notre Dame. Greer, I love you. We played linebacker together at Notre Dame. He was on the Utah Stallions at the time. And I'm about to dog your ass out. This because you my dog. I'm a dog you my dog. We going at it. We going across the field. And I ended up pushing Greer actually into Steve. I didn't even know this at the time. It's football. Stuff happens, especially on punt, special teams. Shit happens on. Let me go back. Shit happens on special teams. It's crazy. But pretty much I get back to the sideline. I did knock Greer into Steve. Steve goes down. And they like, now. I was like, oh shit, you call my name? I was like, oh damn. Ran my ass out there. And at this time I'm like 22. I'm just getting into pro football. Yeah. Like, I went out there, I had 10 tackles. I was going stupid. I was so amped up. I couldn't tell. It was like I would look at the call. I would kind of look at it. I was like, I got it. I wouldn't even look too much into it because I wasn't a pro just yet. Yeah. I was just getting to the pro level. It's just like how I process information, how I look at things. And so while Steve was out, he dedicated his time to me. Yeah, to real. He was like, "You're same with you." He was like, "You're my spot. I'm gonna tell you what to do." Yep. And that's how it was until he got back. He got back. Pretty much, me and him never left the field. We were like a tandem combo. It was great. I never forget how he didn't waver because I was behind him. And now I think about that being the same way. Now me being a vet, like it's like I don't, like. Any of the young boys want to know something, I never hid no information from nobody. Like, I'll tell you how the game play. I'll tell you how I play it. You can take it or leave it. Yeah. But also, like, just picking up on, like, the leadership, the mentorship, understanding that it's so much bigger than ourselves, that it's so much bigger than what I'm producing, which is great. You want to produce, obviously. Yep. Everybody does. But it's like, who you are is defined, I guess, more about who you are is defined for me as a football player, as a person, is like, you know, how much can you be successful and bring other people along with you? Like, how much can you do that and be that big of an impact to where, like, you are a enigma on the team. Like, you're pulling people with you in the right direction. And that's what I always strive to be, truly. And, yeah, shoot, man, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Anything else you want to?
I was gonna say that's been.
Yeah, we've been rolling.
We've been covered.
Oh yeah, we've been rolling. Cool. Okay.
Give me a mic. I'll talk.
Yeah, about to say we getting active, boy.
I'll go.
We getting active. Okay. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Snow's gone. See you on the track. DA summer program. We're hitting it May 4th. It's going to track and back here at Alpha Pro in the weight room, working our strength and power. We're ready to hit it. We're ready to go. We got
less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks till we start, and then come May, we got 2.5 months before the junior and high school season starts.
Yep.
So if you've been sitting around for 4 months, let's get up on that track and let's start doing stuff.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us on our podcast episode today, and we'll see you guys next time.